Well, now let's get perspectives to the matter. Joining us from our Abuja studio is the Governor of Imo State, Rochas Okorocha. Many thanks, Governor, for joining us on the program tonight. You were at a meeting today at the Villa. What was the outcome and what were the feelers you're getting from what the consultation the acting president had with the Southeast leaders today?
So thank you. The meeting went well, and the focal point of the meeting is discussing about the unity of this country, and which is paramount. And we all agree that the issue of unity of Nigeria is non-negotiable. So as far as we're concerned, Nigeria is Nigeria, and Nigeria still remains one Nigeria. Though the fact that the Igbos have expressed dissatisfaction in many areas in terms of both infrastructure development and political appointments in the area, and that also enjoyed the center stage of the discussion. And of course, the acting president was able to explain what is happening in terms of infrastructure and political appointments. So one of the issues that came up was the issue of the Niger Bridge and some of the what the Southeast called lopsided appointments taking place in Nigeria. And I think the acting president did explain to the people. But we rose from the meeting saying that, listen, unity of this country is non-negotiable, and no one is in support of any secession of any sort or of any form. And I believe we're all better off if we remain as a nation and one Nigeria that is indissoluble, indivisible.
As at today, the kind of body language and the message we're getting from some leaders in the southeastern region of the country is such that there is some sort of marginalization politically to people of the southeast extraction. Do you think that people of the southeast politically are marginalized?
Well, you must agree. I would say so in terms of if it's political appointment, and I think that is quite clear. I've said this several times that the Southeast needs some attention, and there's nothing wrong if they ask for it. They believe that they should get the fair chunk of the political appointment, which I think is understandable. But that I think has a lot to do with what happened in the last political dispensation, when the ruling APC party sees it that the Igbos never came on board during the last election. But my argument is that if the Igbos didn't come, some of us came, and we protected this presidency, we make sure we protected victory. If you look at what has happened in Rivers State during that election, there were over 1 million votes against APC for whatever reason. If we had allowed that to happen in Imo, Abia, Anambra, Enugu, and Ebonyi, that would have been 5 million. Then APC wouldn't have had a government today. So I've just made several cases on this matter that in recent appointments that the Southeast should be considered. And it's go a long way to, cushioning this whole disaffections that is there. But quite frankly, today, the acting president did a good job by giving the analysis of what has happened so far in terms of political appointment. But listen, there's need to look at that side of the country and see what the federal government can do to give them a sense of belonging. All they're asking for is a sense of belonging. And I think there's nothing wrong. If somebody says, I want to be part of it, but remember me and give me what I think is due to me. I think that's what it is all about.
Let me quickly take you on this. As a leader in the Southeast region, a lot of people look up to you. You, by now, know what exactly some groups in the Southeast region, like the IPOB and MASOB, some of the agitations on their mind. Do you think that some of the things, or let me quickly ask you, what are those agitations, or what are they asking for, really? Someone like Mr. Nnamdi Kanu and a host of others, what are essentially the agitations on their mind, if you certainly tell us in few words?
Well, if you listen to my broadcast earlier today, I had made this point very clear. I have never had any interaction with Nnamdi Kanu to know what is actually his own agitation and what he really wants. But my concern is that the name itself, the sovereignty of a nation, of the Biafran nation within the Nigerian nation, to some of us is unacceptable. It's not the right terminology, it's not the right caption, it's not the right heading or whatever it is. But I don't know what is the agitation, but for whatever it is, I think if you look at the history of Nigeria in times past, many people have seen agitation as a means of getting something that's hitherto they're not able to get from federal government. Like I said earlier today in my broadcast, I said, look at the emergence of the presidency from the Southwest. People assume it was because of agitation over June 12th. And that gave the Southwest that opportunity for Nigeria to say, look, we should consider you for that. And the same thing applicable to when the South produced it. Presidency of Federal Republic of Nigeria, and so many other things. It was because of resource control. And of recent, people also attribute the same kind of agitation in the North and all that. So I do not know whether that is what the agitation is for, but for whatever it is, what I will request is that if they do what others are doing, fine, but to create a sense of secession is what is not right to my mind, and we should condemn it and say it's not right. It doesn't do us any good as a people, not to single ourselves out from the entity called Nigeria, for which the Igbos have shed more blood for this unity more than any other person in this country. And so it will not be proper to expose Igbos like people who are violent and people who want to secede from the country.
Okay. Governor, I'm sorry, we need to take a break at this moment. I'm sorry, we need to take a break, but when we return, we'll take you up on some other issues regarding what exactly is a way forward, restructuring some of the other clamors, but that's going to be after now. Join us again.